Hi everyone, Lucy here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys another Rust update overview. This time we are now on to Rust update 64. As per usual, if you want to check out the full Devblog, there will be a link in the description, but pretty much everything which is new is in my hotbar right now. A lot of things which are added into the game this week, they've actually been in the Devblogs in the past, and I kind of forgot about them, but they are interesting to say the least. You'll see all of them in my hotbar right now, which I can go ahead and place down, although I'll do that in a second. But the theme for this week's update is pretty much mechanisms to do things without you directly doing anything. So you'll see this right here is a survey charge, and basically the way this works is you put them on the floor and they will blow up and show you what kind of minerals you can find from the area right there. So in this case you'll see there's nothing that we can get from this area, and what you actually do once you've worked out what you can get from that area, well, you use these things at the end of my hotbar, which are the mining quarries. So you put the mining quarry down on an area, and in this case you'll see this place will actually get us some sulfur ore, some rock, and a bunch of stuff. So it's actually a really good area to put down one of these. I'm not sure if we can because it's really slanted, but basically you put one of these things down and they will go ahead and get the mineral which you found from the floor using the survey charge, and that's pretty much how that works. I'll put one down in a second once I found a decent place to put it down and show it in action. I know this update's actually been out for quite a while now, but I was away and I was really excited by it when I heard about it, so I'm sorry if you already know about it, but I'm sure a lot of you guys this will be news to you anyway. You'll also see actually the updates added a bit more colour to the world. The sea looks a bit different if we fly over here quickly. The corners of the sea looks really hot, and you'll also notice the green grass looks a bit more green. It's nothing too amazing, but it is something I also noticed straight away when I did launch up the game. You'll also see a lot of these already in the world. You can place them anywhere, on mountains, inside the ocean. There is no limits to where you can put them. The only place which is going to, be affected by where you want to put them is what you find with the survey charges. Although if you want, of course, you can go ahead and place them down without a survey charge. Let's go ahead and place one down right here. They do also do a small amount of damage, and they also look like the bean can grenades. It's not like you're going to use them for raiding because they do, I mean, you can see not that much damage, but we do damage nonetheless. Let's go ahead and place another one of these here. I'm going to destroy his foundation, and then we are going to go ahead and place it down and show you how that works. So let's go ahead and place these two down right here. So I'll blow that up. If you're wondering how much it costs to craft the survey can, it is 30 gunpowder, 5 cloth, and 10 metal fragments. So they're not too expensive, but you will have to at least play the game for a short amount of time before you can actually go ahead and craft them. Let's go ahead and place this right here. It is a bit in the water and it looks kind of weird, but you can place them wherever you want, like I said. So all you need to do once you place it down is you go to these little barrels on the side, you open them up, and you need to put the low-grade fuel inside them. You can see you've got a bunch of slots to put low-grade fuel in, and there's a few different barrels which you can put them inside of over are still the same loot container. Go up these ladders right here, and then go ahead and turn it on. And everything which you found from the floor, it will then start producing. So let's go ahead and start the engine, and kaboom, it's started up. It is kind of weak. You can see it's only got 2,500 HP, so it is kind of easy to blow up. I don't understand why you'd use explosive charges to blow it up, but you could if you wanted to. But I did also notice that with even melee weapons, even like really bad melee weapons, like, well, maybe not this kind of sucks. Let's try the stone spear quickly. Even a stone spear does a decent amount of damage. I mean, it's not really that good damage. But if you've got some higher end melee weapons and you want to be a complete twat, you can go ahead and destroy your opposing forces' mining quarry if you really want to. It would take a while, but, it would at least stop them from, gathering these resources. Which you can see in this case is metal, ore, and stones. It gathers at a decent rate. It's not like you can put a bunch of these together. You actually have to have them kind of separated from one another. You can't use building foundations. Why is there Yo, what's up, dude? You can't use building foundations to guard them either. So it's not like I can put a bunch of building foundations down and then wall it off. It has to be out and open and unguarded, which can cause some issues. You can see the nearest one I can even put is like somewhere probably up this hill. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can build a building foundation right here. So you can't put building foundations or these anywhere near each other, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Deal with it. Anyway, on to the next thing, we also have in this update the small and the large water catchers, which do exactly what you think they do. You might remember these from H1Z1 as well. It's not like it's a unique concept, but it's basically a little thing, and then the water goes in there, and then you can take the water out of it, and it's that simple. Obviously, right now, water isn't too big of a deal in the game. It's like impossible to die from water, but in the future, Who knows? Maybe you will. Also, you're probably wondering how much does it cost to craft that last thing I showed you, the mining quarry. It costs a grand total of 10,000 wood, 1,750 metal fragments, and 500 cloth. So they are extremely expensive. So it's a bit risky to put one down, although because it's mostly made out of wood, it's not too bad. And a lot of people do end up having way too many pieces of cloth once they've set up a bed and whatnot. So it's something to use your cloth on, and that's fine. If you want to have a bunch of them somewhere a bit more out of the way, in a snow biome, something like that, then it could work pretty well. Also, the water catchers, you've got the small water catcher, which is 100 wood, 50 metal fragments, and then you've got the large water catcher, which I'm not actually sure if you can get a blueprint for right now. So let's have a look. Okay, so you can. I just didn't have it already researched, but it's 500 wood and 200 metal fragments for the large water catcher. So they're not really too useful right now, but they will be useful in the future. And all you do with these is you go ahead and open them up. And then if you have this item, which is a small water bottle, which has been in the game for a while, but hasn't had too much of a use other than just a one-off drink. But you can now go ahead and drink manually from it, and it takes 50 milliliters at a time. And then you can go ahead and take the water out of it when you want to. So you can see I've added an extra 8 milliliters. They do fill up slowly, but since there is no water in the game right now, in case you didn't notice, they fill up no matter what's happening in the world. So whether it's actually raining or not, they will still fill up. So that's pretty much that. And obviously this will fill up at a faster rate than the small one. It's also turn of nighttime right now, which is a great time to demonstrate another new item. At least I think it's a new item. I might actually be completely wrong, but it is the miner's hat. I don't actually have any fuel in this one right now, so I'm going to have to spawn in another one quickly. But if we go get a miner's hat right here, you'll see this also uses the low-grade fuel, which is already in the game, by the way. It wasn't in the game before this update. It just got a new icon, and use that to fuel this hat. And you can turn it on, and it's a flashlight on your head. It's pretty simple. And if we want to, we can go ahead and put a maximum of 100 inside this. You can see right there. So now we've got 100 inside this, and it will last a decent amount of time. And I mean, it's a lamp. That's pretty much that. Nighttime isn't too big of a deal, but if you do want to make sure you can actually see stuff while going around at nighttime with your weapon or whatever else, then it is definitely something that you will want to go ahead and pick up. Also, how do you craft it? Great question, Lewis. Let's go ahead and see how much it costs to craft it. So to craft it, you are going to need 50 cloth, 10 low-grade fuel, and 50 metal fragments. So another thing to use your metal fragments on, I don't really know if you're going to want to, but if you want to, then you can do that, and then go around and shoot people at nighttime. Or in this case, shoot a large mining quarry. Let's see how much stuff our mining quarry's actually got in it right now as well. We've got 223 stones and 29 metal ore, so not too bad for a few minutes of work, I guess. Also, it's kind of important to say, but you will find different things in different areas of maps. So with the survey charges, I just gone ahead and put one down here. I found a bunch of sulfur ore and a bunch of stones. So you can get sulfur ore. From what I've been told, you can also get actual metal fragments, not just metal ore. Obviously, back there, all I found was the metal ore. But you can see some more sulfur right there. And that's pretty much it. So sulfur ore, metal fragments, and stone. But every single place you are going to find stone. This thing's still got some battery in it as well. I thought it was actually out of juice right there, but it isn't. It's good to go. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'll bring you guys next week's update very soon because it's coming out tonight, like I said. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And also, there's these things right here. There's new radiation towns with new lights in them. Spooky. But also, Rust is, what the fuck is happening over there? Oh my god! Yo, are you guys having a party? Guys? Is this a party?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. You guys have a good day. So they're having a party over there. But yeah, Rust is slowly taking the direction of making everything kind of automated. So instead of, or not making it automated, but making it more industrial. So instead of having, you know, shitty lights, which you need to put fuel in, you're going to have things which you would have seen just in the Rad Town a second ago, like lights on the ceilings and whatnot, which you'll put fuel in. So it's kind of exciting. Rust kind of has died down a bit, but, you know, it's still cool. I like Rust. It's a good video game. Anyway, like I said, don't forget to comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. There's one more thing in which I completely forgot about as well. God damn, why do I suck so much of this? But it's actually mushrooms. Yeah, you can pick up mushrooms off the floor now, and they no longer have any collision either, so you can eat them. And they give you HP. 3 HP at a time. Wow. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, also the water bottles you can only find from barrels. Yeah. You can't craft them. Oh. Beautiful.